Welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition. I'm JDZ Gaming Empire. We just finished a pretty lengthy conversation with Josephine. Did we read this? I don't think so. The Children of Andraste. There are many misconceptions regarding Andraste's bloodline, Monsieur. This is due, I should think, to general lack of knowledge regarding Andraste's mortal life. Understandable, considering the many cults that arose following her death. Everyone sought to claim Our Lady for their own culture, or claim some aspect of her existence was a lie. All of them complete fabrications. My order has done considerable research to ascertain the truth. We all know Andraste and the betrayer raised 5 children. The eldest 3 were sons, Isarath, Everion, and Verald. The rule of what was once southern Tevinter was split among them. Isarath was given the west, what is today Orlais. Everion was given the east, what is today the Free Marches. Verald was given the central Planocene, what is today Navarra. What became of these men and their legacies is the stuff of legend, and the majority of claimants to Andraste's bloodline link back to one of them. None of the 3 sons, however, were born of Andraste. They were born of the betrayer's concubine, Gillivan. People choose to overlook the fact that Andraste came from the Alamari tribesmen and that they were barbarians, not the Ferelden's we know today. They were savage warriors who took concubines in addition to their wives and became Andraste, and because Andraste was thought to be too weak to bear children, the betrayer took Gillivan to provide him heirs, which she did. After her death, the sons were raised as Andraste's own. Later in life, Andraste proved predictions wrong and had 2 daughters by the betrayer, Ebris and Viviel. They were kept out of the public eye and not permitted to marry, though both had consorts. Ebris had but 1 child, Ali Vimar, who perished on a voyage to Denerim less than a month after her mother fell to plague and without children of her own. The younger daughter, Viviel, was more controversial, a strong-headed woman who defied her family by falling in love with a mage of Tevinter, Regulon. Viviel and Regulon went into self-imposed exile as the Exalted March began, and into hiding following Andraste's betrayal and murder. What became of Viviel and her descendants is largely unknown for one primary reason. She had only daughters. Each of those daughters only had daughters. They married into other families and took other names, and in the chaos of the Second Blight, all traces of survivors were lost. Andraste's true bloodline, if it exists, lies solely in the descendants of Viviel, and the suspicion of my order is that it produces only daughters. Thus the claims of your young man, Monsieur, are highly suspect. From a letter by Sister Galena of the Augustan Order, Dragon 912. Interesting. All right, let's talk with this lady. Enemies drop unique collectibles. Bring them to the researcher to learn more about your foes and earn combat bonuses against them.
You're the Herald. Or, well, the one they're calling the Herald, anyway. I hope the Inquisition can restore order soon. I never really wanted to leave the Circle. My name is Maeve. I research demons and other creatures. Seeker Pentagast and I use what I find to help the soldiers fight them.
You said Cassandra has you researching creatures.
Yes. If you find anything interesting in your travels, I'd appreciate you bringing it to me. I may be able to find some weakness our soldiers can exploit when fighting various creatures. At the least, some materials are useful for making potions or gear for the Inquisition.
You said you were a mage?
No, just an apprentice. I was never very good at magic. I've got just enough talent to be a danger to other people. When the mages rebelled, people like me had nowhere to go. The Templars would have killed us. Luckily, Seeker Pentagast took me in, along with the Tranquil I was protecting.
Oh, really? I don't want to let her know I found something yet. Let's investigate.
You said that you were keeping some of the Tranquil safe?
Yes. The mages took some of them when my Circle rebelled, but the rest were forgotten. Most Circle mages look down on the Tranquil, or try to pretend they don't exist. They don't have any emotions. They can barely take care of themselves. Can't defend themselves at all. It's a shame. I like them better than most people.
Dang.
That's an unusual statement.
They're polite. They don't bother you if they don't need something. When they study, they have a focus no normal person could ever match. But the Templars, even some of the mages, mistreated them just because they could. The Tranquil never fought back. If not for that, I don't know. Doesn't really matter now.
Wow, that's terrible.
Why did you decide to research dangerous creatures?
I like the outdoors. The idea of the outdoors, anyway. When some monster is coming at you, glowing eyes and burning claws, it's terrifying. But once you know how it works, you can deal with it. It's just another part of the world. So much of this world is only frightening because we don't understand it.
I'm surprised that even an apprentice mage wouldn't join the rebellion.
I don't like using magic to fight. I'm not good at it either. I liked studying. I liked performing rituals that helped us unlock the secrets of the Veil. I liked having the Templars around to keep us safe.
Most circle mages I've met have a different opinion of the Templars.
They have not lived my life. I was born into a Dalish clan. I lived there until my magic manifested. The Dalish cannot risk having too many mages in one clan. And I was one more than they could bear. They gave me a pack and sent me into the woods to find my own life. I was 7 years old.
Dang!
I'm so sorry.
I stumbled into a village, starving and cold, a few weeks later. I started using magic to scare predators away. The villagers saw me make fire in my fist. They were terrified and wanted to kill me. Templars saved me from them. They gave me food and clothes and took me to the Circle. I've seen what life is like without the Templars, and I want no part of it. I just want to study.
Okay.
I found something the demons left behind. Can you use it?
Yes, that's very helpful. Just leave it there and the Tranquil and I will examine it.
Okay. Do you have anything else to say?
Hello? Can I help you with something?
I'm surprised that even an apprentice mage wouldn't join the rebellion.
I don't like using magic to fight. I'm not good at it either. I liked studying. I liked performing rituals that helped us unlock the secrets of the Veil. I liked having the Templars around to keep us safe.
Okay, I think that was it.
You said that you were keeping some of the Tranquil safe.
Yes. The mages took some of them when my Circle rebelled, but the rest were forgotten. Most Circle mages look down on the Tranquil, or try to pretend they don't exist. They don't have any emotions.
Yeah,
They
we
can
heard
barely...
that. Okay.
It's a shame. I like them better than most people.
All right.
I'll speak with you later.
Travel safely.
Thank you. All right, so let's put what we found over here.
Thank you.
Shadow Essence. Okay. Know thy enemy has been completed. Ooh, and our influence has increased. Nice. Okay. Let's be on our way. Thought there was maybe another door. Yeah, there's a door here. Let's see what's in here. Founding of the Chantry. Cordelis Dracon, king of the city-state of Orlais, was a man of unknown ambition. In the year 15 Ancient, the young king began construction of a great temple dedicated to the Maker, and declared that by its completion he would not only have united the warring city-states of the south, he would have brought Andrastanian belief to the world. In -3 Ancient, the temple was completed. There, in its heart, Dracon knelt before the eternal flame of Andraste and was crowned ruler of the Empire of Orlais. His first act as emperor to declare the Chantry as the established Andrastian religion of the empire. It took 3 years and several hundred votes before Orlisa of Montsamard was elected to lead the new Chantry. Upon her coronation as divine, she took the name Justinia, in honor of the disciple who recorded Andraste's songs. In that moment, the ancient era ended and the divine age began. From Ferelden, Folklore and History by Sister Patrine, Chantry scholar. Oh, we remember Sister Patrine. She ended up being not so good in Dragon Age 2, but here she was just a scholar. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, we're going to have to read some more. Chantry hierarchy. The divine is the tutelar head of the Chantry. Although since the schism split the Imperial Chantry into its own faction, there are now in fact two divines at any one time. One divine, informally called the White Divine, is a woman housed in the Grand Cathedral in Bioware. The other, known as the Black Divine, is a man housed in the Argent Spire in Minrathos. Neither divine recognizes the existence of the other, and the informal names are considered sacrilegious. No matter the gender, a divine is addressed as Most Holy or Your Perfection. Beneath the rank of divine is the Grand Cleric. Each Grand Cleric presides over numerous chantries and represents the highest religious authority for the religion. They travel to Val Royale when the College of Clerics convenes, but otherwise remain where they are assigned. All Grand Clerics are addressed as Your Grace. Beneath the Grand Cleric is the Mother, or in the Imperial Chantry, Father. If a mother is in charge of a particular chantry, revered is appended to her title. These are the priests responsible for administering to the spiritual well-being of their flock. A mother or revered mother is addressed as Your Reverence. So that's the lady we need to go see in the hinterlands, right? She's a revered mother. Brothers and sisters form the rank and file of the chantry and consist of three main groups: affirmed, initiates, and clerics. Affirmed are the lay brethren of the chantry, those regular folk who have turned to the chantry for succor. Often they are people who have led a difficult or irregulous life and have chosen to go into seclusion, or even orphans and similar unfortunates who were raised into chantry life. The affirmed take care of the chantry and are in turn afforded a life of quiet contemplation, no questions asked. Only those folk who take vows become initiates. These are men and women in training, whether in academic knowledge or the martial skills of a warrior. All initiates receive an academic education, although only those who seek to become Templars learn how to fight in addition. Clerics are the true academics of the chantry, those men and women who have dedicated themselves to the pursuit of knowledge. They are often found in chantry archives, sages presiding over libraries of books and arcane knowledge. The most senior of these clerics placed in charge of such archives are given the title Elder, although such a rank is still beneath that of Mother. All other brothers and sisters are addressed simply by noting their title before their name, such as Brother Genitivi. From a guide from Ambassadors from Ravane. Ooh, that was interesting lore. Very interesting. I love it. We are a rogue, so we should be able to open this. Find out what goodies are in here. And I hope they change it to where anybody can get lock-picking skills and you don't have to have a rogue with you. Alright, before we do any more reading, let's loot. Take all that. Andraste, the bride of the Maker. There was once a tiny fishing village. Whoa! Oh, that scared the crap out of me. There was once a tiny fishing village on the waking sea that was set upon the Taventer Imperium, which enslaved the villagers to be sold in the markets of Minrathos, leaving behind only the old and the infirm. One of the captives was the child Andraste. She was raised in slavery in a foreign land. She escaped, then made the long and treacherous journey back to her homeland alone. She rose from nothing to be the wife of an Alamari warlord. Each day she sang to the gods, asking them to help her people who remained slaves in Taventer. The false gods of the mountains and the winds did not answer her, but the true God did. The Maker spoke. He showed her all the works of his hands, the Fade, the world, and all the creatures therein. He showed her how men had forgotten him, lavishing devotion upon mute idols and demons, and how he had left them to their fate. But her voice had reached him and so captivated him that he offered her a place at his side, that she might rule all of creation. But Andraste would not forsake her people. She begged the Maker to return to save his children from the cruelty of the Imperium. Reluctantly, the Maker agreed to give man another chance. Andraste went back to her husband, Mafarath, and told him all that the Maker had revealed to her. Together, they rallied the Alamari and marched forth against the mage lords of the Imperium, and the Maker was with them. The Maker's sword was creation itself, fire and flood, famine and earthquake. Everywhere they went, Andraste sang to the people of the Maker, and they heard her. The ranks of Andraste's followers grew until they were a vast tide washing over the Imperium. And when Mafarath saw that the people loved Andraste and not him, a worm grew within his heart, gnawing upon it. At last the armies of Andraste and Mafarath stood before the very gates of Minroth's. But Andraste was not with them, for Mafarath had schemed in secret to hand Andraste over to the Teventer. For this, the Archon would give Mafaran all the lands to the south of the Waking Sea. And so, before all the armies of the Alamari and of Teventer, Andraste was tied to a stake and burned while her earthly husband turned his armies aside and did nothing, for his heart had been devoured. But as he watched the pier, the Archon softened. He took pity on Andraste and drew his sword and granted her the mercy of a quick death. The Maker wept for his beloved, cursed Mafarath, cursed mankind for their betrayal, and turned once again from creation, taking only Andraste with him. And Our Lady sits still to his side, whereas she still urges him to take pity on his children. From the Sermons of Justinia II. Jeez. Okay, after we read the rest of these, we'll level up. The Black City. No traveler to the Fade can fail to spot the Black City. It is one of the few constants of that ever-changing place. No matter where one might be, the city is visible. Always far off, for it seems that the only rule of geography in the Fade is that all points are equidistant from the Black City. The chant teaches that the Black City was once the seat of the Maker, from whence he ruled the Fade, left empty when men turned away from him. Dreamers do not go there, nor do spirits. Even the most powerful demons seem to avoid the place. It was golden and beautiful once, so the story goes, until a group of powerful Magister Lords from the Teventer Imperium devised a means of breaking in. When they did so, their presence defiled the city, turning it black, which was perhaps the least of their worries. From Beyond the Veil, Spirits and Demons by Enchanter Midromel. Excuse me. So we actually get experience when we're reading these things. The Disciples of Andraste. The Disciples of Andraste are unique in all of history. The cult preceded the Chantry and kept itself so hidden and isolated that it actually survived to modern day. The Disciples made their home high in the Frostback Mountains, in a village called Haven, which is now a sanctuary for pilgrims of the Chantry. It is understood that the Disciples were descendants of the first followers of Andraste, who brought her ashes to Ferelden and built the temple to house it. Because they had pledged themselves to the keeping of the temple of sacred ashes, the Disciples of Andraste never left the Frostbacks. For 900 years they kept strangers away, killing all who came close, and were completely oblivious to the world that advanced beyond the boundaries of their home. Having developed separately from the traditions of the Andrastean Chantry, the Disciples were led by revered fathers. However, little else is known about the original beliefs of the Disciples, for they had turned from their noble heritage by the time they were discovered. Almost all scholars believe that the centuries-long isolation imposed upon the village led to the necessity for inbreeding. This practice likely led to a greater incidence of madness, which may explain why the cult was, at the time of its discovering in 930, worshipping a high dragon. According to writings discovered in Haven, the Disciples of Andraste showed reverence to the dragon, believing it to be the prophet reborn. The egg clutches and the dragonlings of the dragon were afforded great honor for being Andraste's offspring and were cared for by the cult. The dragon never attacked the cult, being cunning enough to recognize how this arrangement benefited it. In 930 Dragon, the disciples were wiped out by the hero of Ferelden, who was on a quest to retrieve the sacred ashes of Andraste. From Before Andrastanianism, The Forgotten Face by Sister Rondolin of Tantervale. Right. Whew, it's a lot of reading. Ooh, what is this? Okay, we got another locked door here. I guess we'll start on the right. Is this a... This looks like a prison. Maybe. Okay, nothing in there. Is there anything in there? I think there's a letter in there. Yeah, there is. Misplaced notes. Notes written by one of the scholars responsible for restoring Haven. The notes have obviously come loose from a ledger of some sort. It took weeks scrubbing bloodstains from the stone. One of two things is true. Either stone is more porous than I thought, or Maker's bread, or Maker's beer. There must have been a lot of blood. How many people died? I'm so relieved I didn't have to deal with the altars of sacrifice the first arrivals found. Those were tossed off a cliff, I think. So now we just have to deal with the stains on the walls and the floors. If this doesn't clean up in a day or two, I'm asking for some fresh plaster. Maybe we can cover them up. Still, it's not all bad. Haven is a beautiful place. And while working in the dungeons, we found scraps of paper with writing that looks like Brother Ferdinand Genetides. He was held here for weeks before the hero of Ferelden found him. Yes, he was. Okay. I don't think there's anything in there, and we don't get experience for unlocking, so I'm not going to waste my time. Alright, yes, we will take all that. We got some spindleweed now. Ooh, yeah, that makes it nice and bright in here. Okay. I think we're free to go now. Let's change our journal to Haven. And there was nothing back there. Is there? Nope, there's something back here. I guess it's up above. Alright, let's go. And this is the way out.
Stand only in places you have blessed. Sing only the words you place in my throat.
Apothecary
Who's this
Don
lady?
wanted to know when you might be able to provide the materials he needs.
Who are you? Oh, I can't talk to her.
Hear my cry.
Sorry.
Seek me by your side in death. Make me one with
Did we go in here already? Yeah, there was nothing in here. Okay. Somebody's room. Might be Josephine's room.
Blessed are the righteous, the lights in the shadow. In them.
I think we've seen everything here in the chantry. Alright. Is this lady willing to speak with us now?
Too many wounded. Not enough ammo.
Thren?
The apothecary would like to know why you need so much death root.
If you're here to clean, Hedge can get you a bucket and a broom.
Tell him that.
Anyone
Enchanter.
calls you knife here, come to me. Oh, you're her. Thren. Inquisition quartermaster. I'm doing what I can to supply this mess. If you find what I need to fill one of my requisitions, I'd appreciate you bringing it in.
Okay, before we ask about requisitions and filling special orders, let's do some investigation.
What do you do here?
I make sure the Inquisition troops have food in their bellies and iron in their hands. Both are important. Lots of people expecting us to be heroes, marching all day to fight the demons. Turns out heroes need to dig latrines just like everyone else.
How does someone end up as quartermaster for the Inquisition?
I served for Eldon under Ten Loghain MacTier. Best commanding officer this world has ever seen. After they all turned on him at Denerim, though, there wasn't much use for people who held that opinion. King Alistair offered my services to the Inquisition, probably to get rid of me.
Okay, well there we can see that our import has worked because Alistair is king. Lady, you are obviously unaware that Ter Loghain was a traitor.
Loghain MacTier betrayed the Grey Wardens and his king.
Were you there at Ostagar? I was. King Kaelan overextended his position, and the Grey Wardens were too late lighting the signal. Following the original plan would have gotten everyone killed. Ten Loghain made the right decision. I apologize. Sister Liliana told me I shouldn't talk about this. Just forget it.
Yeah, we're gonna agree to disagree because you don't know what you're talking about.
What did you mean when you mentioned requisitions?
I'm making this Inquisition run with what we have, but we're not a real army. We're stretched thin on materials, so I've put up a requisition list for anything that could help our people. Here, take a look. You find some iron and a good logging site, maybe Harriet can get our troops better weapons.
If I have material for a special order, do I bring it to you?
Just take it over there. One of my boys will take the materials or jot down what you found.
Farewell.
Make her go with you.
We won't be talking to you again, Thren. Iron 5, and we already have the iron, so we need a logging stand. So let's inspect the requisitions. So we can get some Inquisition weapons. Our soldiers require additional weapons if they are to be effective. Reward +1 power. So this is actually worth doing, these requisitions, because it earns us power, which then we need to open up more locations on the war table.
You find anything we need, let me know.
Okay. I won't be talking to you, I'll just bring it to the table. This is Liliana in here.
Blessed are the peacekeepers, the champions of the just. Blessed are the righteous, the lights in the shadow. In their blood, the Maker's will is written. Is that what you want from us? Blood? To die so that your will is done? Is death your only blessing?
You speak Fandraste, no? What does the Maker's prophet have to say about all of this? What's his game?
How is this a game?
Do you see the sky? What about the temple ruins? The bones lying in the dust? Even if you didn't support the Divine's peace, you wouldn't call this right. Who could? So many innocent lives. The faithful murdered where the holiest of holies once stood. If the Maker willed this, what is it if not a game or a cruel joke?
Don't ask me, I'm as baffled as you are.
You probably don't even worship the Maker. Lucky. He asks a lot. The Chantry teaches that the Maker abandoned us. He demands repentance for our sins. He demands it all. Our lives, our deaths. Justinia gave him everything she had, and he let her die.
Maybe you should be angry at the people who murdered her.
If the Maker doesn't intervene to save the best of his servants, what good is he? I used to believe I was chosen, just as some say you are. I thought I was fulfilling his purpose for me, working with the Divine, helping people. But now she's dead. It was all for nothing. Serving the Maker meant nothing.
Oh, she is angry.
Maybe you have another purpose. I could help you find it.
No, this is my burden. I regret that I even let you see me like this. It was a moment of weakness. It won't happen again. Come, to work then. We will speak later.
Okay, Liliana. Let me just double check to see. Oh no, I can't even select her to speak. Okay. Alrighty, we will leave her. Leave her alone.
I hope my hunch was wrong.
Oh, I see a chest back here. I see loots. Oh man, we have a lot of inventory to look at here. What is this on the map? Okay, well I can't fill the requisition yet. Alright, so that's Liliana. Let's go speak with Varric, I guess. We'll just kind of make our way around. Let's look at the inventory real quick. Claymore. A sky shard. What is that? It's a shield. Oh. Let's put this on Cassandra. Rodent longbow. Nope, our bow that we have is better. Okay, I think that's it. For the armor, apprentice armor. Mage only, okay. Let's put that on him. Oh, I gotta be level 4, okay. Well, we shall do that later, Solus. We shall do it later. I'm gonna put this on me for ranged defense. And the one that I took off, I wonder if it would be better for Solus. Oh yeah, because he doesn't have anything on. Put that on him. Okay, he has an apprentice coat on. Oh man, that would be funny to put this on him. I'm not gonna do it though. Because it's nothing but strings and a little bit of fabric. I think he would probably look ridiculous with it on. And he needs to wear light armor. That's level 4, and that's level 6. He does need some better armor though. Can we like mark all this stuff at once? It's not. Lots of crafting, that's good. Okay, we have some weapon schematics. And a recipe. Okay, that's the requisition that we need to get. Can we put a... Okay, we can put quest markers down. All right, I don't think we need to put a quest marker down for this area. It's pretty small. All right, we already checked in there. There's some elf root back here though. It's probably the same elf root we got before. I think it all repopulates after a certain time. Can I jump this? Oh, it's too tall. Too tall for my elven legs. All right, let's go say hi to Varric. He's over here. Should I save before we speak to him? Maybe?
So, now that Cassandra's out of earshot, are you holding up all right? I mean, you go from being the most wanted criminal in Thedas to joining the armies of the faithful. Most people would have spread that out over more than one day.
None of this shit should have happened.
You don't know the half of it.
Merrick actually liked that.
For days now, we've been staring at the breach, watching demons and maker knows what fall out of it. Bad for morale would be an understatement. I still can't believe anyone was in there and lived.
If it was that bad, why did you stay? Cassandra said you were free to go.
I like to think I'm as selfish and irresponsible as the next guy, but this... Thousands of people died on that mountain. I was almost one of them. And now there's a hole in the sky. Even I can't walk away and just leave that to sort itself out.
The breach needs to be sealed. The sooner the better.
If it can be sealed, you might want to consider running at the first opportunity. I've written enough tragedies to recognize where this is going. Heroes are everywhere. I've seen that. But the hole in the sky, that's beyond heroes. We're going to need a miracle.
Oh, wait. Can I talk to you some more, Barry?
Need something?
Ooh. Yeah, let's ask about... We're going to ask all these, of course.
The red lyrium we found at the temple seemed to upset you.
My brother Bertrand and I sort of discovered red lyrium during an expedition in the deep roads. We located an ancient Tig, so old it barely looked dwarven. There was this idol there made of it. Bertrand brought it back to the surface, and, well, everything's gone downhill from there.
So what is it? Just another kind of lyrium?
The red stuff is lyrium like a dragon is a lizard. It's not just a different color. It has a whole host of weirdness all its own. I've written to every mining cast house in Orzammar. No one's seen this stuff before or knows where it came from.
How did the red lyrium get in the Temple of Sacred Ashes?
I don't know. So as far as I knew, the only piece to make it to the surface was destroyed. And the location of the Tig it came from is a secret. Did someone find more of it in the deep roads? That's not a cheery thought.
What makes it special?
Regular lyrium can mess you up pretty badly, but you have to ingest it for that to happen. Red lyrium messes with your mind when you're just near the stuff. You hear singing, get violent, paranoid, and then it does creepy shit. Makes things float, brings statues to life. It also turned Kirkwall's Knight Commander to lyrium. Everyone's been kept at least 100 paces from it since.
Wow.
I think that's enough on red lyrium.
Yeah, not really my favorite subject.
Nope, we're not done, Varric. Stay right here.
I read your Tale of the Champion, and I have a few questions.
That's a pretty common reaction. Go ahead.
This ought to be interesting. Ooh, yes, and lots of good questions in here.
What happened to the mage who destroyed the Kirkwall Chantry? The book never said.
He fled Kirkwall with the mages from the Circle. Stayed with them a while, but he had to move on. Somehow a lot of mages blamed him for making them live as fugitives. I don't know where he is now, and I don't want to know.
In the book, you say that first Enchanter Orsino turned himself into a giant monster made of corpses. How? Why?
Do I look like an expert on magical weirdness to you? Well, I can't tell you how. For the why, all I can say is he was desperate.
There's no way Hawk really could have killed the Arashok. It would have started a war with the Kunari.
I was told later that the Kunari disavowed his actions. Apparently, the Arashok didn't get permission before he attacked Kirkwall, and the Qun didn't want another exalted march. When they finally sent a ship to haul the wrecked dreadnought away, they just said, "We will never speak of this again." As far as I can tell, that's the Qun's version of an apology.
Where are the rest of Hawk's associates now?
Meryl decided to look after the elves left homeless by the fighting. She's done a pretty good job of keeping them away from the mages and Templars, so far. I guess she has plenty of practice avoiding stupid human battles with her old Dalish clan. Isabella went back to the Raiders. She's calling herself an admiral now. I don't know if she's actually in charge or just has a really big hat. Might be the same thing, honestly. Hawk's little sister is in the Free Marches, helping some of the other survivors from the Kirkwall Circle. Aveline is still guard captain. I'm pretty sure Kirkwall would fall into the sea if she quit her job.
Hey, what about... Oh, yeah, we killed Fenris.
Need something?
Yes.
Can I ask you something, Varric?
You want to talk about me? I'm flattered. Also inclined toward extravagant lies.
How do you and Cassandra know each other?
You heard about the Kirkwall Chantry being destroyed? The guy responsible used to be a friend of mine. The Seeker had questions about that, and I had answers.
Are you from Ferelden? Orlais?
Free marches, born and raised in Kirkwall. And despite whatever you've heard, no, Kirkwall's not that bad.
I'm not clear on your line of work. You're a merchant?
I'm a businessman. My family has a seat in the Dwarven Merchants Guild. Merchants buy and sell goods. Businessmen buy and sell stores. In my spare time, I manage a spy network, and occasionally, I write books.
You're an author. What kind of books have you written?
I've tried my hands at a few genres. My crime serials are my most popular. Hard in Hightown, guards breaking the rules to get things done. The Tale of the Champion is the most famous thing I've written, or infamous maybe. I started a romance serial once, Swords and Shields, but to be honest, I don't have a knack for romances. Most of my stories end in tragedy. Probably that says something unfortunate about me personally.
What sort of shops do you own?
Actually, we don't own shops. That was just an example. Mostly we invest in moneylenders. Auction houses, a few mercenary companies, a couple of smithies. I think we own half a beet plantation in Ravane somewhere. Most of that's my brother's doing. Bartrand had business sense. Not much tact, but loads of business sense.
If you've run a spy network, why is Leliana our spy master?
To be honest with you, she's just a better spy master.
Okay.
The truly great ones can keep their distance. They don't get attached to their people. Me, I always wind up babysitting my informants and worrying about their families. We're in better hands with her.
Where did you get that crossbow? I've never seen one like it.
Bianca? She's one of a kind. I won her from Paragon Smith Bronca in a game of Wicked Grace. She was such a sore loser. Ran off the deep roads in a huff, and that was the last anyone saw of her.
Ooh, Paragon. We remember her.
Who is she named for?
I can't tell you.
Oh.
And the reason for that is?
Complicated. It's the one story I'll never tell. We just have to leave it at that.
Oh, man.
Thanks, Varric.
No problem.
I don't know if we were able to ever find out. Seeing red. Primal red lyrium deposits found. That's new. I guess we got that from talking with Varric. I don't know if in my other playthroughs I ever found out why his crossbow's named Bianca. So I'm not sure if we ever find that out or if I just missed it. But it would be interesting to know. I don't know. Maybe he'll be in the next game. And we'll find out. You know, then again, you know, I might have just missed it. Let's see here. Where would that be under? Okay, the inner circle. So these are like companion quests. Seeing red. Varric saw enough red lyrium in Kirkwall for one lifetime. Now it's everywhere, and the worst of it sings like the shard that drove his brother mad. Varric would take no small pleasure in destroying those. Locate and destroy primal red lyrium nodes. So we have to find 12 of them to get on his good graces. There's the apothecary. And Solus is over here. I want to save Solus last. Let's go over here and look and see what this merchant has for sale. Thanks, Varric. Some loot's over here. Or reading, I'm sorry. The Singing Maiden. Have you ever heard? Oh man, this is a lot. I don't know if really we need to read this for the story of the lore. I'm just going to scroll through and you guys can read it. Yeah, I'm not seeing how this is important to the actual main story here. Okay. Let's go in here.
And you've seen no signs of the Grey Wardens anywhere?
Nope.
You're certain?
Wait. Iron Stone. Grey Wardens, you said? No.
We're not paying you to be sarcastic.
Wonder what that's about. The tale of the Frostbacks. Even mountains had a heart once when the world was young. Korth, the Mountain Father, kept his throne
We'll see.
at the peak of Balanus, the mountain at the center of the world from which he could see all the corners of earth and sky. And he saw strong men become weak, brave men grow cowardly, and wise men turn foolish for love. Korth devised a plan that he might never be betrayed by his own heart, by taking it out and hiding it where no soul would ever dare search for it. He sealed it inside a golden cask, buried it in the earth, and raised round it the fiercest mountains the world had ever seen, the Frostbacks, to guard it. But without his heart, the Mountain Father grew cruel. His chest was filled with bitter mountain winds that shrieked and howled like lost souls. Food lost its flavor, music had no sweetness, and he lost all joy in deeds of valor. He sent avalanches and earthquakes to torment the tribes of men. Gods and men rose against him, calling him a tyrant, but with no heart. Korth could not be slain. Soon there were no heroes left, either among men or gods, who would dare challenge Korth. The Lady of the Sky sent the best of her children, the swiftest, the cleverest, and strongest flyers, to scour the mountains for the missing heart, and for a year and a day they searched. But sparrow and raven, vulture and eagle, swift and albatross returned to her with nothing. Then the ptarmigan spoke up and offered to find the god chief's heart. The other birds laughed, for the ptarmigan is a tiny bird, too humble to soar, which spends half its time hopping along the ground. The lady would sing. The lady would not give the little creature her blessing, for the mountains were too fierce even for eagles, but the ptarmigan set out anyway. The little bird traveled deep into the Frostbacks. When she could not fly, she crawled. She hugged the ground and weathered the worst mountain winds, and so made her lonely way to the valley where the heart beat. With all the gods' terrible deeds, the heart was far too heavy for the tiny bird to carry, so she rolled it little by little out of the valley and down a cliff. And when the golden cask struck the earth, it shattered. The heart was full, almost to bursting, and the pain of it roused the mountain god to come see what had happened. When Korth neared his heart, it leapt back into his chest, and he was whole again. Then Hakon Wintersbreath bound Korth's chest with 3 bands of iron and 3 bands of ice, so it could never again escape, and all the remaining gods named the ptarmigan honored above even the loftiest eagles. Excuse me. The Ptarmigan in Alvar Tale from Ferelden Folklore and History by Sister Patrine, Chantry Scholar. Resources found here, elf fruit and iron. Oh man, that was interesting. See, it doesn't even matter what size you are.
Fix the door just like...
Oh, Mika, you're here. You're the Herald of Andraste. And you were sent to shame us for mistreating the elves. I pay my elves good and proper, you should know. Friend of the alienage and all, and... I mean, I'm Flissa. Can I get you a drink?
I'm not from an alienage. I'm Dalish.
Oh, right. Of course. Because of the things on your face. Yes. As I said, I'm Flissa. The Inquisition soldiers needed a place to unwind, so Leliana brought me in to set up a tavern. Nothing fancy, but it's safer for the soldiers than looking for trouble in some village.
You said Leliana asked you to run an Inquisition tavern. How did you meet?
Dumb luck, mainly. I managed an inn back in Denner Inn. When I heard interesting gossip, I'd pass word to Leliana. Sometimes it was helpful. She asked if I wanted to own my own tavern, and I said yes. I didn't realize she meant this.
What can you tell me about this area?
Adarnis Haven's apothecary, He's been making potions and tending to the wounded as best he can. Harris is the Inquisition smith. Whatever he can make you, Thren the quartermaster can probably find. And for anything fancier, you can try buying from Segret. His prices aren't too high. Yet. Oh, there's also Minave. She studies beasts and things, as I understand.
Okay, thank you.
Farewell.
Goodbye.
So I'm probably gonna have a copyright strike on this video because of the music. Oh wait, that's Solus up there in the apothecary. See, there's a chest over here. I want to save Solus last. So we'll probably be talking to him in the next video. Ooh, schematic. Nice. Alright, let's
So it's true.
we'll see the merchant.
A learned child is a blessing upon his parents and onto the Maker.
I believe we saw everything over here already.
Commander
Oh,
Cullen.
let's open this.
I
What's in here?
apologize for what I said earlier.
Nothing?
What can you tell me of
Some elf root on
Have
the
been quiet
outside
since
though.
their attack on the Conclave.
their attack? Do you have information?
Can I get through there? Yes, she
No
can.
information. Assumptions can lead you to overlook something vital.
Uh-oh, she's giving him the what for. Oh, really? I can't go through. Oh, there's a box there. All right, let's go see the merchant here.
How could that great breach not have been caused by the mages?
It is reasonable to believe that magic is involved.
Who am I talking to? Sigurd.
Ah, you're awake and out of Lady Cassandra's clutches. And I slipped that, young elven lass good coin to tell me when you came back to us. No matter, no matter. Segret, honored to meet you. Thank you for all you've done, and hopefully will still do.
What do you think I'll be doing exactly?
Word's already spreading that if anyone can close that blighted thing in the sky, it's you. Anything you need is yours. For a reasonable price, of course. Supplies are a little tight, given the circumstances.
You must speak with most everyone here. How are people doing?
Hope and fear in equal measure. No one really knows what it means when an Inquisition is called. Yet. I imagine it's no better for you. You've got my sympathies, for what it's worth.
What kind of person stays to run a shop at a time like this?
The kind with nowhere else to go. Those blasted demons destroyed most of my goods. If I stay here, work some contacts, I can start rebuilding. Maybe, just maybe, help you folks out in the process.
Okay, let's see.
Can I see what you have for sale?
Of course. My wares are at the table.
Okay, so we don't have to talk to him anymore. Do we have the capability to mark every... Whoops, nope, not that. To mark everything as junk, I wonder? I probably move it to valuables and then sell all valuables. What level is this? That's level 4. I don't know when we're gonna get somebody that's gonna be using two-handed anytime soon. And I'm already level 4. Oh yeah, I need to level up. We can sell the mark that. Yep. Send this to valuables as well. Okay. I'm gonna keep this armor for now. Don't think I have no other accessories. Oh, wait a minute. How do I go to what I have as valuables? Where are those located? Oh, down here. Okay. Yeah, I don't need any of this. Okay, now let's level up before I forget. We have 2 points to spend. So let's see. We want to get something in here maybe. Death from above. These are all passive abilities, these two. I think I'm gonna get this one. Okay. And then let's get, oh, stealth is automatic. Oh, what to get, what to get. I think I'm gonna get this stealth is automatic. Yeah, let's get this. Is anybody else able to upgrade? Oh yeah, she's got 3 points. Okay, so she's already using shield wall. Let's see what the upgrades are. Chevalier step. When you use shield wall, your movement is not slowed as much. You also protect nearby allies by giving them improved armor. Immovable object. Blocking with shield wall costs less stamina and generates more guard, but you cannot move while blocking. Ugh. Okay. Payback strike. You recover from disabled condition and lash out with a great blow against nearby enemies. If you've recently taken damage, you hit that much harder and stagger your foes. Okay, we already have that, so let's see what the upgrade is. Sweet Revenge. Do more damage with Payback Strike, and if you've recently taken damage, you also stun taunted enemies. Cruel Revenge. Payback Strike now taunts enemies. Okay. Turn the Bolt. Your expertise with the shield protects you against ranged attacks from the front. Warrior's Resolve. You fight all the harder when you're hurting, gaining stamina when you lose health. Stamina restored 10% every 10% health lost. And we get a Constitution unlocked for 3. Bear Mauls the Wolves. Using techniques perfected by Orlesian Chevaliers, you can't be flanked by enemies, and you're less likely to be staggered when hit from the front. Okay, what else can we do for you? That's two-handed. Battle Master. We don't have anything in here yet. She does have something in Vanguard. These stalwart warriors protect their allies by making themselves the biggest threat on the battlefield. When enemies take the bait, vanguards pick them apart with brutal precision. Battle Master. These cunning warriors control the battlefield and everyone on it. They bolster their allies, hamper their enemies, and take advantage of any signs of weakness. What's in here? Grappling Chain. Ooh, that sounds pretty impressive. Ooh, this sounds really good. Huh. Okay, challenge. Your powerful shout carries across the battlefield, taunting a targeted enemy, improving your guard. Guard provides protection from incoming attacks by granting additional health. Guard must be broken before a target will take damage. Ooh, I like that. She already has it. What's the upgrade? Throw the Gauntlet. Successfully hitting a target with challenge gets your blood pumping, temporarily increasing your stamina regeneration. Call them out. You can challenge as many enemies as you want with no cooldown. Trust the Steel. You know how to make the most of your equipment, gaining a bonus to armor when you have active guard. That sounds good. Charging Bull. You slam into your enemies, increasing your guard and knocking them down as you break through their lines. Untouchable Defense. They can't kill what they can't hit. You get a bonus to your maximum guard. Wow. But to get that, we have to have this. Warcry. You taunt all nearby enemies with a shouted challenge, gaining extra guard for each enemy affected. Ooh. That sounds good. All right, we're going to learn this. And then we're going to get this. I like the idea of her having, you know, a guard. And I think we're going to get this. Oh, what? Oh, we've used all our points. Okay. All right, Cassandra's done. Next. Oh, yes, we need to apply. Do you want to apply your pending ability purchases before proceeding? Yes. All right, Solus, what we got in here for you? He's doing Spirit and looks like Frost. Or they call it Winter here. All right, let's see in here. Spirit. This is barrier. You create a shimmering protective barrier that acts as temporary additional health. The barrier decays naturally over time. A barrier provides an additional health bar that must be destroyed before the target will take any damage. Barrier is vulnerable to spell effects. Okay, and the upgrade is you've learned to cast barrier with a more stable magical pattern. Each time a barrier you have cast expires, the ability's cooldown time is reduced. Energetic defense. Your barrier holds its full strength for longer before it begins to decay. Yes. Bye. Passive aura. Your aura of tranquility makes enemies less likely to attack you in battle, even when you damage them. That sounds good. Guardian Spirit. A protective barrier springs into place around you automatically when you are badly injured. That sounds good too. Mind Blast. Strength of Spirits. Revival. Ooh. Oh, we definitely need to work towards that. We probably need to get this too, Dispel. Rejuvenating Barrier. When you and your allies have an active barrier, the beneficial energy invigorates them and helps them recover mana or stamina more quickly. All right, let's look at what else we can do in this winter category here. Fade Step, I'm not going to worry about that. Winter Stillness. By standing still, you enter into a meditative state that restores your mana at an enhanced rate and reduces all cooldown times. Okay, we are going to have to get this Fade Step. We don't have to use it, but this seems like something we want, this Frost Mastery. You've mastered the calling of cold, increasing your effectiveness when chilling or freezing targets. I wonder if Solus would use this Fade Step himself. You let invisible waves of magic carry you forward, blurring ahead a short distance. Mana Surge. Your barrier explodes into wild magic when enemies destroy it. The blast freezes all nearby enemies and allows you to cast your next spell without consuming mana. Ooh, that's good. Okay, Winter's Chill he already has. Winter's Grasp now damages and chills nearby enemies as well. However, only the primary target is frozen. Winter's Ruin. Enemies that are already frozen or chilled take massive damage when hit with Winter's Grasp. Ooh. All these are good. Let's get this. Oh, man. Oh, what to get? These are all good. And I also want to get the one in the spirit. Okay, I think we're going to get... Oh. Oh man, that's good too. All right, let's learn this one. So many good ones. We probably need to see about this for him because we need to keep Solus alive. Okay, oh, so wait a minute. I guess we have to choose which one of these we want to use. And only choose one of the two. Because now I cannot select anything here. Okay. All right, let's learn this. And next, Varric. Of course, we're going to focus on archery, and he doesn't have anything for Bianca specific like the other ones, I guess. Okay, and it's not like I'm going to be bringing Varric with us because I'm the rogue of the group. All right, I think we're done. Yep. Whew. Okay, we're done. Let's do a quick buy and sell here. We want to sell our... Where's our valuables? You know, I don't remember if we're supposed to hang on to some of this stuff. I'm gonna have to wait to sell some of these things. Wait, just in case. All right, now let's look at what we can buy. Okay, a grip for Bianca. Bianca's arms, okay. Ooh, this stuff is expensive. How many coins do we have? We have 613, is that right? No. Canary train, mage only, warrior only. Okay. I'm not going to buy any armor yet, though that would probably be good for... Yep, Solus. Definitely good for him. We're going to wait. We are going to wait. Lightning staff. He's using... What is he using? He's using a cold staff. Okay. Staff is better, but it's electricity. Okay. I just wanted to have a look-see. Just a look-see. All right, so we've spoken with him. And then when we come back in the next episode, I guess we'll go speak with the Smith and go visit with Cullen and Cassandra. And of course, our future companion, Solus. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. And if you have, please don't forget to click the like and subscribe buttons. It is free to do so. And I will see you on in the next episode. Thanks for watching. Bye.